above the river, it's still quite empty because the semi-final it's just completed. And the competition of each groups began this morning. For example, for the males team, each team will be divided into A team and B team. Each dragon boat will have to compete with 9 dragon boats. Now we can see one of the team is rowing to the river. They are from Yanhe Village. Today, in this year's dragon boat race, Yanhe Village would send out 2 teams, and they try to use this dragon boat race to increase the appeal of Yanhe Village. We know that dragon boat race in this ancient town will be held annually. However, this year, Yanhe Village hired a very famous coach. And we heard that in order to increase the appeal of the village, Coach Yang went back to the village and he aimed to boost the fame of dragon boat race of Yanhe Village. However, there is this anecdote. 2 months ago, Coach Yang got very ill. Initially, he couldn't see, and later he couldn't even walk. Now he can walk, but his thighs are still very weak. Without a good coach, Yanhe Village may not be able to fulfill its dream. That's why Coach Yang determined to continue his position as the coach of Yanhe Village. And now he's already 49. He would like to take this race as his last race, and then he will retire. Now the competition is about to start. From the starting point, you can see some of them is sitting at the end of the dragon boat. There are 2 sailing line, number 1 and number 2. Each of them will take 2 lines. The one who get there faster will be the winner. The reason why some of them is sitting in the end of the dragon boat, at the tail of the dragon boat, is to make the competition fairer. With the drum beats and the horn begin to make a lot of noise for the competition, you can see how exciting the competition is. As you can see, when the siren starts, we will follow the 2 dragon boats and find out who will be the winner. As we mentioned that Yanhe Village lacked a very good coach in previous years. Now the competition is about to start. Yanhe Village's rival is Weijiatun Village, and they won the 2nd place in the last year's competition. And both of the teams aim to get the number 1. At this point, it is more like a competition of skills, of teamwork, of stamina. We can even feel the intense of this competition by looking at each players. Have you seen the siren rings? We will follow the two racers. The coach boat is in boat number 1 and we are in boat number 2. Starting from 8 o'clock this morning till now, there are already more than 100 rounds of competition. Currently, the two dragon boat team is about to making a turn because that requires a very high skills. How do you judge which one will be the winner? You can see by their boat walnut shell. If they're taking a smaller rudder, then they must be more skilled. And as long as you can be faster than the other team of more than 3 seconds, then you can already be the winner. And it will make it very harder for the other team to catch up. Now you can see both teams are racing very fast and audience along the bank are very exciting. We can feel the teamwork of both teams. Even though they have different name and different speed, they have one feature in common. That is that they all have players who work together jointly, who share the same spirit. And you can see that there is flag being held. If the flag is white, it means everything is normal. But if the flag is red, that means there is a foul. Can you hear the horn? The fan of each team will play the horn and make some noise. You can see the competition of the dragon boat race is more about team spirit. Now let's hear the drum and horn. Now let's approach to the dragon boat. Right now, everyone are all very exciting. We know that Yanjiatun village are very confident to take number 1. However, their rivalry are more competent. In previous years, if you take the winner, then you can eat zones. However, if you lost the game, then you will have to only eat cucumber. What makes Zhengyuan Asian Towns competition different from elsewhere is that when you watch this dragon boat race, you can watch it from all kinds of places. You can go to the bank, you can watch it from your home, or you can just sit in front of the TV. You can see that dragon boat race here have all kinds of method to reinforce people's teamwork. Let's approach closer to the two dragon boat. And in today's live broadcast team, we are going to interview Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang, you can see that the two dragon boats are racing quite closely Yes, the gap is just within 1 to 2 meters. This is Weijiatun Village team. Weijiatun Village's team is currently leading, and Yanhetun Village is currently number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now currently live broadcasting on several new media platforms, including CGTN, etc. We are still calculating the score, and we believe they will arrive almost at the same time. As we mentioned, that to determine a team's total strength, helmsman is of great importance. This helmsman of this team is a smaller helmsman, and the director of this team is one of the son of the veteran in the village. During the past couple of years, he has taken the position of director each year during the competition. Can we hear your slogan? Let's shout out our slogan together. From this morning till now, each dragon boat has competed with a lot of rivals. Everyone are very enthusiastic and passionate of the competition. As long as they participate in it, they can feel the spirit of dragon. The competition is more than just the dragon boat racing. It's more about the competition of their spirit. You see that even the audience have a sense of participation. Is the place this crowded every year during the dragon boat race? Yes. No matter of the weather. I remember there was one year it was raining very heavily. There are still a lot of audience standing on the bank without any umbrella and looking at the dragon boat race. And some of them would even bring cucumber and some sticky rice. They will throw the cucumber and sticky rice bun to the player. If you win, you will eat the sticky rice bun. If you lose, then you can only eat the cucumber. That is the past custom. This is a local cucumber. In previous years, we will throw the cucumber to the dragon boat team who are left behind. However, because there are more varieties of cucumber, we won't throw cucumbers anymore because the cucumber currently are much bigger. We worry we might hurt the players. Also, if you participate in the dragon boat race, we will award each team 2 to 4 ducks, and the winner will win 粽子. No matter you win or lose, you will get some gift. Anyway, 4 粽子, it only costs 4 RMB. I see that the audience are throwing cucumber. Weijiatun Village is getting cucumber. Does it mean that they are losing? I still don't know the result yet. So we are still waiting for the score. Let's look in at the bank. What are the audience holding now? Actually, they are currently holding some ducks. If they're getting duck, does it mean they won? This team just got a duck. Okay, the score just came out. They lost by 15 cm. And Weijiatun Village won just by 10 centimeters. It is a very intense competition. We know that there is a coach boat following them, and they will give score and observe the whole competition. Now we know the winner. The winner is Weijiatun Village, and the Yanhetun Village won the second place. We know that currently there are 3 teams in the adult group, 2 male team and 1 female team. We know that Yanhetun Village would like to boost its tourism industry. That's why they participate in today's Dragon Boat race. We believe they still draw enough attention in today's Dragon Boat race. And they have sent out 3 teams to participate in today's race. We know that Dragon Boat race in Zhengyuan Asian town is very well received. And it is not only in Zhengyuan County, it has also have a great influence in the villages. Previously, Weijiatun Village does not even have any boat or river, or even there are a lot of more villages that don't have river. Yet they still send out teams to the Dragon Boat race. I have received a question from the netizen. We know that the Dragon Boat race in Zhengyuan is very famous and have attracted a lot of audience. What makes it so special? One of the biggest characteristics of the Zhengyuan Dragon Boat race is that audience along the bank have a great sense of participation. What are they doing now? They are having this duck catching game. No matter you are the helm game or oarsman or just a fan of the Dragon Boat race, you can all participate in the duck catching game. We see that the audience along the bank are very focused on the game. They don't play their phone at all. Yes, as I mentioned, that all the audience along the bank in the Zhengyuan's Dragon Boat race all have a very great sense of participation. Now on the side, it is very lively and boisterous. Everyone is participating. even if you're just a swimmer, you can also participate in the game. When I look at the dragon boat, I realize that each dragon head is different. So Zhenyuan ancient town comprised of 8 parts, and each area or each region will have different dragon head. For example, Shuncheng will have red dragon head. Be careful. Can I experience dragon boat rowing? Yes. Now I will hop onto the dragon boat and have an experience of what it looks like and how it feels to sit on a dragon boat. Now I'm sit on a dragon boat. How should I sit? Be careful. Now I'm on a traditional dragon boat, and this dragon boat belongs to Jianggu Daling team. In ancient times, this area belongs to Jianggu, and tale has it that if you were to receive a very good weather in the coming year, you will have to win the dragon boat race. And let me tell you a little bit about the dragon head. There are a lot of rules in terms of the color, the shape, etc. Different color represents different meaning and story. For example, Jianghu's dragon head. Once the color is determined, they will stick to that color and won't change at all. The oldest dragon head here is around 2,000 years old. And the dragon boat race can be dated back to Ming Dynasty. What's the difference between the dragon head here in Zhenyuan with the dragon head as well? Because we're in the south area of China, all of the dragon head has to be made of wood, and it will be heavier. It will look more vivid. The reason why we use solid wood is because solid wood embodies a solid character. At around 8 or 9 years ago, I remembered that some of the dragon boat decided to use a different kind of dragon head that's made of a lighted material. However, the audience were highly against of this movement. That's why the government has set out rules saying that all the dragon head has to be made of solid wood. Now, as we're sitting on the dragon boat, we will give the audience the view of how the dragon had moving forward. Can we roll a circle? Yes. Currently, we have 2 cameras covering today's dragon boat race. And we know that in one dragon boat, it can be seated of peoples from several nationalities, including 土家, Dong, etc. We know that in Zhenyuan Asian town, there are a lot of ethnic groups. The duck catching game will not start until before the score was announced. Can you give us another introduction about the dragon boat race of this Zhenyuan Gucheng, because Wuyang River stretches across the Asian town. In order to boost the sense of participation of the audience and make them enjoy the game best, we will invite the audience to have a surveillance or as the third-party judge to see whether the competition is fair or not. When did you start your dragon boat race? Actually, Wuyang River dragon boat race, players, the youngest players can be at 12 years old. The local Longzhou dragon boat team will comprise of players who are as young as 8 years old. Because there is no limitation on our age. I remember there is a dragon boat team whose helmsman is more than 80 years old. And he got an interview that since you are already 80 years old, are you well enough to participate in this intensive dragon boat race? That old man immediately said, "I can swim in the river right away to show you how healthy I am." Yes, this kind of spirit, this kind of going forward spirit has been embedded to every player's heart. What kind of nationalities are there? We have Miao, Dong, Tujia, etc. When did you start dragon boat race? Our team started in 2015. Our team came from the mountainside. It's very remote. Is that Daling? Yes. Last year you won you ranked at number 8. And 2 years before, we were the winner. What did Dragon Boat race bring to you? Happiness. The moment when I took the trophy, I felt like my whole body is infused with strength. When did you start Dragon Boat race? I've been racing for 5 to 6 years. I see on each Dragon Boat team, there are 40 players. Yes, traditionally it should be 42. It comprises of the drama, the flagger, the helmsman, and the helmsman in Zhenyuan ancient town are very experienced. 2 helmsmen in Zhenyuan ancient town are nation level. So apart from drama, flagger, helmsman, etc., the rest of them are rower. Yes. I thought about rowing. However, I see that there are a lot of people swimming in this river. I thought if we row here, it might be dangerous to them. All of the swimmers in the river are here to catch the duck. Even there are a lot of audience in the bank are here to catch the duck. Okay, I would like to go to the other boat to experience a dragon boat row. Now we are about to row the dragon boat and show you how it feels. Can we go to a safe area and row the dragon boat? Let's go forward and have a feeling of when the dragon boat flies. Be careful. Now we are rowing toward a safety area. You see, there are some people who are ill are also here to catch the game, to catch the duck. What's the story behind the duck catching game? Because duck can survive in a lot of tough environment. As long as you can catch the duck, it will mean that no matter it's above water or underwater or on the ground, you will receive harvest. Some duck can fly very high aloft. It means that as long as you catch the duck, you will have a very splendid future. Now, under the guidance of the director, we have been moving forward for a while. We are not speeding yet. This type of dragon boat is very safe. I am now more than 60 years old. In my memory, I cannot recall any incident happened during dragon boat rowing. Now the players are already rowing, but we are not speeding yet. Zhenyuan's ground transportation is not that convenient. Everything is very dependent on the river.
那么来这里，国内商贾都来这里集散，特别是江苏、江西、安徽那边的都有，所以我们这里建筑啊，就是仿古的。
And in the ancient times, a lot of businessmen came here and see Zhenyuan ancient town as a business hub. Are we in the safety area yet? Yes. What's the length of the dragon boat? We don't know. Can we speed? Because there are still people swimming in the river. We won't swim. We won't speed at this point. We will roll forward. Usually, a dragon boat is around 45 meters long. We know that to row, it requires your skill, your stamina, and teamwork. Teamwork spirit is of great significance. Without teamwork, you will never achieve anything in the dragon boat race. Let's hear the drum. Every rower is rowing along the drum beat, and no one is looking or observing the direction. They just hear or listen to the drum beat. The reason why they won't look, they won't even use their eye, is because the drama will help them. So the drum is the soul of the dragon boat. Yes. When you start to row, you listen to the drum beat. The faster the drum beat is, for example, it's 2 times per second, then the rower will row 2 times per second. The drummer will direct or guide the rowers to row. 1 drum beat represents 1 row. Oarsmen will listen to the drummer. Everyone will listen to the drummer. What's the fastest speed of the drummer? 120. 2 times per second. 120 per minute. When it's going fastest, the rower will not row in its full. Can you demonstrate a full row? Can I borrow the paddle? Yes. So this is, what's the length of the paddle? It's around 1.15 meter. Some of the paddle is also like 1.1 meters and some of them is 1.5. How do you hold the paddle? Usually you will use your hand. Use your one hand and put it like this, and the other hand goes like that. When you move the paddle, you have to go straight down and straight up.
下，他一是他的体力好，腰力、背力很好。
You paddle the water like this. The reason why you need to straight go down and straight go up is because that would require a very strong back. If the player does not have a very strong back, then we won't do a full row. Can I try? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a standard paddle. When you hold the paddle, you will hold it here and keep a few sentences. When you paddle it, you have to go straight down and straight up. When I try it, I can feel that it takes a lot of effort and energy. If I do this 2 times a second, it takes me a lot of energy. Therefore, when we are dragon boat racing, it does not require only the spirit but also a very good stamina. Position is also very important. Yes. Because players will move forward and backward, you will have to use a lot of strength to go forward and then move backward. Can we roll forward till the duck catching game area? Let's just roll slowly. Now we will row forward along the Wuyang River. The 25 dragon boat teams are already on site, and 80% of them come from villages or countryside. Because it is very crowded now, there are a lot of people here. Can you explain why are they here? These people who are in the river swimming or sitting on the boat are here to catch the duck. Some of them are even audience who's not from local. At the midterm of reform and opening up, we use net, but it's forbidden now. Because if you use net to catch the duck, it reduces the fun. And the net can be dangerous. It can hurt other players. Because we are here catching the duck is to have fun and to enjoy the aspirous meaning behind it. Duck can survive both on water and on ground. Catching the duck means that as long as I catch the duck, I will get a very good harvest, a good health, etc. Now everyone is prepared to catch the duck. We can see there are a lot of yellow caves. Inside those caves, there lies the duck. Most of the times, the duck will come from the Dragon Boaters Association. And the association was established voluntarily. By the end of the race, no matter you win or lose, you can all come here to get your award. There are Dragon Head Award, Dragon Dress Award, Helmsman Award, etc. It is all a gesture of passing on the spirit of dragon. That boat is impressive. Usually a boat from the countryside. It is very tough but impressive for them as a dragon boat team from the countryside to achieve such a good result. How far away is that village? It's around 45 kilometers. How do you get trained each time? We just came all the way here. How old are you? 60. But you look very younger, much younger than 60. Are you the flagger? Yes. Are you also going to catch the duck? No. We will only watch them catching the duck because I'm afraid of the water. We don't need to catch the duck at all. Okay, now please go get your award on the boat, and we will continue our rowing. Flagger is more about having fun. Flagger, Director Award, Helmsman Award. These kind of awards are all about attracting people to participate. I realized that some of the flaggers will make some movement and have some motions. Yes, they will do some dance to make the whole competition more enjoyable. And it's like the clown in the circuit. It's more about bringing happiness and fun to the audience. Now let's go switch to another boat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Go get your award. Hold on. Let's zoom in to see the players on the dragon boat. Usually in one dragon boat team, the players will be around 30 to 40. The number of that will be 30 to 45. Now let's go to the duck catching boat. We are currently approaching to the boat of duck catching. Within the box case, there are a lot of ducks. How many of them? There are around 1,000 ducks here. Imagine that when 1,000 of ducks swimming on the river together with all of those duck catching players, what would that be? What would that look like? Now the duck catching game is about to start. shortly. Let's go. Let's hop on the duck catching boat. We can see in some of the dragon boat there are already some ducks. Please do be careful. Okay, now we're ready. The duck catching game is about to start. Whoever who gets the duck will be very lucky. However, that also represents the strength behind it. Now the duck catching game will start. The duck catching game has a history of more than 100 years. A lot of audience have a great sense of participation. You see, some of the rowers and oarsmen are all prepared to jump into the river. So the duck catching game can be played by everyone. Are we going to form a circle or a triangle? A circle. Okay, the duck catching game is about to start. I am going to stand up. I heard that previously this area is a military base, and in order to train people to get more aggressive, we decided to have duck catching game. Yes, people who live here, some of them are from other region. And the reason we are going to organize this duck catching game is, firstly, we are going to involve as many people as possible, and second is because duck meat is very delicious, and third, in the previous years, in the ancient times, the skill to swim is very important, so we hold this game to train people to swim. Just as Mr. Yang explained, the dragon boat here in Zhengyuan is very different from that of other places because all of the dragon head will be made of solid wood that embodied a solid character of local people. What's the size of the dragon head? This dragon head is from Huangshan area, and it is only 3 years old. The reason why it's in this color, because this color represents green culture, green food, and green development. You see, even the body of the dragon boat is also, part of them is also green. And the tail is also green. Green color boasts green culture and green development. I see some of them are using net. Actually, he's not using the net, he dropped the net already. Everyone obeys the rule. Because they don't want to get judged by other people. Now the circle is almost formed. Everyone is very excited. as long as you can swim, you can all come here to catch the duck.
奋斗的、拼搏的精神、向上的精神。
对的，还有一个
No matter it's dragon boat race or duck catching
说
game,
的向上的精神，
the spirit behind
大家
it,
的这个勇气，
it's very active and positive.
这个水路比较滑涨，如路
The positive
那么养成大家在
spirit
水中
and
自由
courage
翱
behind
翔自
it
由
are very important.
这个拉力气
Because
是什么意思？
in ancient times, waterway is well developed.
开上去甩牙子去了，就丢牙子去了。他拿汽笛就是警示大家，给他让开他的水道。
What does this stream whistle mean?
是抢鸭子，也就
It
离我们越来越
means
近了。
that the duck is
好，那我们也
getting
要
thrown to the river, and please give way to the duck now.
抢鸭子的热闹的场景，那我们已经是近距离的接近了。这里面的鸭子呢，也接近上千只。我们可以看到圆圈已经。
In order to observe the duck catching game closely, our boat will also go closer to the game area.
抢到鸭子不一定是
When the circle is finally
把
formed,
子
the duck catching game will start.
其实抢到鸭子了，也不一定是自己吃，可能是分享给大家一起吃了。
抢到鸭子，我们这里抢到鸭子都不自己吃，
Even if you have got the
亲朋
duck,
好友来
you may not eat it yourself. You may
亲人
share the duck
一条心，
with the neighbors, friends.
一条心。
抢鸭子，抢到的还要谁？
People will eat it together.
在乎这个，
It
他们
embodies
喜气团结、
unification.
娱乐、好玩。
您说打平火是什么意思？
打平哦，就是
We really don't care who get the duck.
愿意
What we care is the teamwork.
打平火就是
What do you mean by
餐的意思。
having everyone over?
鸭子哇，你感受到这种热情了吗？我看
It
到
means
有
that
很多来参与抢鸭子的
when
都是一个一个
we get the duck, we will have a
大家网友们也看到了，我是穿的就是
big dinner.
我就是一只旱鸭子，根本完全不会水，所以水奔到我脸上，我都觉得非常的清凉。但是完全
Now I'm very worried
这种氛围，刚才我们
because I see that there are a lot of ducks jumping to the river,
舍得精神，舍得有舍得
and
有得
one can really feel the total vibe of the duck catching game.
把你的运气，把你的好福气分享给大家在场的每一个人。
Even if you have
镇远通过赛龙
caught the duck,
希望
you would like to give away the duck meat because you want to share the fortune
我刚才
and also the
像
luck
几个项
of getting duck with your neighbors and friends.
经常我听他们的说起，他说他们经常时隔1、2年，他们都要来
On the rubber boat,
时间，他们几个都是
there sits
我刚才问了2个
people from other country, from other regions.
几个是从
They will come here every other years.
对
来自于哪些地方的？
I talked with some of them. I know that they are not from local. Some of them are from Chongqing.
一般不下
Well,
近的最多，
where else?
重庆都有
Some of them are from
水性
Doyun,
也不错，
Guangzhou.
很好。
只要是水性不错。
Usually, people from Guangzhou won't
扑腾一声跳下去。
swim in the river.
啊，那我
Only people from Chongqing.
哦，其实也靠体力，就好
As long as you can swim and you have the gut to swim and to join the competition, then you can join the competition.
现在就是在因为
This game also is very demanding on the stamina. Yes, the circle is smaller and smaller
分享这个螺距，靠中间的这些船，请他们要靠
because we are currently
来，大家靠后一点。那我们
clearing
吃好了
the river
是那种不能一下子涌上去全抢，而是
and
是共同大家分享，主要是在清
we need to maintain the order.
一定要形成一个什么样的圈呢？
we can't just go to the duck together at the same time. You have to go there one by one or dozen by dozen. We are going to form a circle. When all the players have formed a circle, that will make the game fairer. Let's see the audience along the bank. You can see now it's already 5:30. There are still a lot of audience, and these audience have come here at around 8 o'clock in the morning. Even if some of them are not jumping to the river to catch the duck, they still enjoyed a lot from the game. All the players are very lovely, and by catching the duck, they are sharing the luck and happiness with the audience. Apart from Dragon Boat Race and duck catching game, making 粽子is also very special here. There are a lot of 粽子shape here. We will stand in here to observe the duck catching game. My colleague is sitting on another boat. Let's see, the duck catching game has begun. Flocks of ducks are flying onto the river. You see, some of the players have already caught ducks. Just now we have said that in the previous games, some of the players used a net. However, for the interest of safety, net is forbidden now. There are a lot of duck feather flowing above the river. I also want to catch the duck, however, I don't know how to swim. It doesn't matter though, because the players here who catch the duck will share this happiness with the audience. That also includes me. Let me have a look. 2 ducks are caught. Can you feel the vibe here? You see, there are also 7 or 8 ducks over there. No one is catching them. I see one of the players is very young. Okay, this is a kid. He's about like 12 years old. He's a good swimmer and has already caught 2 ducks. Apparently, players are not satisfied because they are calling for more ducks. Let's see this area. Okay, the grandpa caught 3 ducks. Some of our rowers are also catching the ducks, and they have got 3 ducks because duck represents fortune and luck. It can survive in both water and ground. You see that there is a girl catching duck.
抢到了。其实，在抢鸭子过程中，有男士也有女士，只要是水性好，都可以来参加。
Okay, she's got the duck. During the process of catching duck, we can see both female players and male players. In previous games, there are a lot of female games, and I also participate in the duck catching game. I also want to join them. However, I can't. Now, in the river, there are around 1,000 of ducks. Can you see that? There is some woman who's already got 2 ducks. In the competition of duck catching, gender equality can be really reflected. Even when one has already caught a lot of ducks, he or she will not enjoy the duck by oneself. One should share it with the neighbors and friends. Be careful. By dragon boat racing and duck catching game in Zhenyuan, it is not about only commemorate the poet Qu Yan, but also to pass on the dragon. Now it's already 5:35. The vibe here is still very exciting. Players are calling for more ducks. When the drum beats, when the dragon boat starts to roll, I can see that each player forms the best scenic spot in Zhenyuan ancient town. And in the new era, we should also strive for a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of today's live broadcasting. I'll see you the next year. Goodbye.